Hi there, and thanks for joining us today. We're coming to you from Perspectives Cafe in the Asheville Art Museum, where we just wrapped a fun new episode of the Ingalls Open Road. And it's appropriate that you're joining us here at this hidden gem of a food destination, because on today's show, we've got good eats galore. Susie Neal gives us the origin story of Chicago deep dish pizza on The Real Deal. We visit a couple of amazing local farms, providing fresh produce to your Ingalls markets. Busy Mom Solutions gets us game day ready with barbecue nachos. We go to the Gridiron for some tailgate treats with Smokin' Joe Lasher. And Chef Derek St. Romain has us living that Greek life with a new take on a favorite salad. First up, we set sail with Aaron and Kelly from the Southern Table, embarking on a delightful recipe with pizza zucchini boats. Check it out.
Hello to you, I'm Kelly Smith.
And I'm Erin Barnett. Welcome to the Ingalls Table. We're from the Southern Table and we're having some pizza party fun.
We're all about a pizza party and we found everything we need for this gathering at our local Ingalls.
Yes, and we're doing a little swap here. Instead of crust, we are using a summer favorite, zucchini, for our base.
And you've already tested this recipe out on your family and they loved it. It was a huge hit.
Even the little kids love this. And they can add, of course, their own pizza toppings, but we're gonna stick with a margarita classic pizza today.
Yum, one of our favorites.
Yes, and this is so easy.
I love this. Let's get to it. You said this comes together so fast.
So we've just sliced our zucchini long ways here, and we're using a melon baller to just scoop out that centerpiece.
And that makes it so easy.
Kind of feel a little fancy using this thing.
And we were saying you could even save this, maybe make some zucchini bread, maybe put a little crust on this.
That's
and
what you
pop it in
can
your
bring to the party, the zucchini bread. I'll save this for you.
So many ways you could reuse that.
And once you do that, you've got your little zucchini crust, and we're adding that to a baking dish. I'm just going to move this out of the way so we can
give us a little
building our pizza.
With all the goodies to go on top, right?
I love it. So I'm going to just brush lightly some extra virgin olive oil, Laura Lynn, on top of these, and then you're going to come in with all that good seasoning.
Listen, we're all about the garlic.
Oh my goodness,
Any recipe with garlic, we go all in. So we're going to use a little garlic powder.
Yes, so good.
And a little oregano.
Look at us crisscrossing. We're doing good over here.
Hey, teamwork makes the dream
And
work.
I love making pizza night together with the fam.
This is a really fun idea for a family pizza night.
So got a little bit of oregano, a little bit of garlic in there, and then at this point you're just building a pizza. So this is where the fun comes in.
Nice and easy.
This is the Laura Lynn pizza sauce, which my kids love this.
So yummy.
Just spoon in a little bit of that on each zucchini crust.
And we were saying you can get really creative with this if you've got veggie lovers in your family. You don't have to stick to the margarita pizza. You could go all in.
Right. Make it fun and fast and have a little toppings bar, if you will, right?
So yummy.
I love it.
This smells delightful, by the way.
So good.
Could be the garlic we're liking.
Yeah, I think we went a little heavy on the garlic, but we like it. And at this point, we're just going to alternate the little cherry tomatoes with some of fresh mozzarella pearls, because they're nice and small for these little zucchini boats.
And these are so easy to use.
And I'll swap you once I get my tomatoes on.
Perfect.
How about that?
We'll take turns.
How fun is this?
Very easy.
Love it. I love those little pearls too.
I know, they really are
when you're making salads
simple.
or anything like this, it's just a lot
drizzle
easier.
on.
Okay, let's do a swapperoo here.
We're crisscrossing.
I love it. And then you're just simply going to pop these in a preheated oven, 350 degrees, for about 15 minutes or so. We're going to do that right now, and then we'll come back and broil them, get them nice and ready. And of course, we've got to add some more Parmesan cheese on.
I was going to say,
I almost forgot the extra
I was going to say, we've got to keep adding the cheese. Bring the cheese on.
And we're going heavy on this.
Go heavy on the cheese.
Yes.
And then why not add a little more seasoning on top with a little salt and pepper on top?
And you could add more oregano if you will. I mean, whatever you want. It's really a make and take pizza here. How good is this going to be?
And it comes together so quick.
I love it. You're my salt and pepper girl.
I'm your salt and pepper go-to, right?
Again, pop those in for 350 degrees for about 15 minutes, and we're going to be right back with you all. Our pizza zucchini boats are out of the oven.
They smell delightful.
And took just about 15 minutes or so. You could even broil them for another few minutes just to crisp them up and melt that cheese, but how delicious.
Delish. And now we get to add a little more fun on top.
Fresh basil.
A little fresh basil.
Of course, you can dice that up, slice it up, or you can just kind of go in like this. I think it's more fun to just
Isn't it? Just
add
pinch
it on
and
top.
throw it on.
How beautiful is this?
Smells so good.
You have a classic margarita zucchini boat pizza, fun for pizza tonight.
Hey, we are ready to dig in. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Ingles Table today.
You'll have this recipe and many others to choose from while you're here. We'll see y'all next time.
Okay, I gotta admit, when I heard pizza, zucchini, boat, I had my doubts. But if those ladies are making it, you know it's gonna be good. Coming up next, Susie Neal takes us to the Windy City for the Ingles Real Deal Chicago-style pizza. We'll be back right after this. Hi guys, welcome back to Local Flavor, where we at Ingles Markets are bringing you some mouth-watering dishes to get you ready for your next get-together. So, when I say Chicago, what food comes to mind? Pizza, right? But do you know how Chicago deep dish got its start? Well, the Real Deal is an inside look at the authentic original recipes behind classics like these. Let's go. Ingles is making it possible for you to experience some of the world's most iconic recipes right from your own kitchen. Follow along with our team of Ingles Table All-Stars as they recreate dishes that have made these flavors world famous. We've researched the history behind each recipe and prepared them exactly as intended. Now, here's Susie Neal with a Windy City classic, the Ingles Real Deal Chicago Deep Dish Pizza.
It all starts with the crust. Laura Lynn flour, cornmeal, salt, instant yeast, olive oil, melted butter, vegetable oil, and lukewarm water. Mix to combine. Knead for 6 to 7 minutes on medium-low speed. Once it's done, cover it with a clean towel for about an hour and let it rest. It's ready when a finger poked in the dough leaves an indentation instead of springing right back. Now for the sauce. A can of tomatoes. Break them up by hand. Add to a saucepan with garlic. Sugar, Harvest Farms Italian seasoning, and kosher salt. Let it simmer until it creates a nice chunky sauce. Now we're going to prep our pans with olive oil and Parmesan. Then lightly flour your countertop. Take half your dough and roll it out into a circle slightly larger than your pan. Place it in the pan and stretch it up the edges. Now it's time to build mozzarella, sausage, sauce, Parmesan. Then pop it in a 425-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes. Real Deal Chicago Deep Dish traces its roots to 1943 and Pizzeria Uno's. The hallmarks are a deeper pan, crunchier crust, and inverted layers, all calling cards of a true Windy City classic. That's the Real Deal Chicago Deep Dish. Grab your knife and fork and dig in.
I was able to sample that one after Susie cooked up that pie, and I've got to tell you, it took me right back to Chicago. Well, one thing that is pretty cool about your local Ingles is that they support hundreds of local farms. We had a chance to visit one that will have you running for your local produce section. Take a look.
Tractor is a local food hub. We're a nonprofit organization, and we work with small farmers to aggregate or collect all of their produce in one location and then help them distribute that produce to local grocery stores like Ingles. They were here at the beginning, from our grand opening to donating an ice machine because we didn't have the equipment, to going to our farmers, visiting the farms themselves, talking to the growers. They've just been an amazing company to work with.
Well, my family's been farming for generations. The first Deatons came in right before the Revolutionary War and were subsistence farmers and tobacco farmers. But this is the first year we've went in together growing the produce. We're raising winter squash, green cabbage, and sweet corn here at Bowditch Bottoms. One of the issues we have in Yancey County is don't have a lot of farmable land. And so when this was purchased, the owners wanted it to go back to the farmers to allow people that didn't have land to have access to be able to farm.
About 2003 is when I first started. We started off with a small garden, and now we're up to about 12 acres. I'm doing 3 acres of butternut squash and about 1.5 acres of cabbage. Since the beginning, when Tractor started, Ingalls really loved the concept of the organization starting in this community and designating property to be sold right to Ingalls. They really took on to that concept and really loved it from the beginning, and that's been 3 or 4 years, and it just keeps on getting better and better.
So with the small farmer being able to grow their products and then having a means of selling them and Ingalls purchasing them and providing the income for them to keep going, the small farmer can survive, and then we can hopefully see it thrive and keep the numbers of farmers going up to meet the demands of the growing population.
Ingalls means a lot to the farmers because they know that they can grow a quality product and they have someone that is going to buy it and support agriculture. And these growers are very proud of what they produce. It's like one of their children going out to market. So they definitely want to see that product delivered in a good way and get to your table so you can enjoy it with your family too.
There's another local farm that Ingalls works with that I find fascinating because they're doing farming an entirely new way, inside. Check it out.
Hi, this is Steve Wright with Solely Organic, and this is our Ingalls story.
Welcome to Solely Organic. From right here in Anderson, South Carolina, their mission is to make health accessible to everyone all year long. Thanks to their innovative methods, they like to say that organic is good for the planet, good for your wallet, and just plain good. They also like to say that their partners at Ingalls aren't afraid to try new things, which includes supporting their cutting-edge farming practices. Solely Organic has partnered with Ingalls for over 15 years, and as a result, Ingalls customers can enjoy fresh, local organic herbs 365 days a year. It's not coming from overseas. It's coming from just over the hill. That's affordable organic excellence from right up the road. Ingalls. Low prices, love the savings. I've been fortunate enough to visit some of these farms, and I'm telling you, the love and care that these farmers put into their produce is second to none. Well, coming up next, we've got a new twist on an old favorite that Busy Mom Solutions is going to treat us to right after this. Welcome back to Local Flavor presented by Ingalls Markets. Guys, this next recipe from Busy Mom Solutions combines two of my favorite things, nachos and barbecue. Take a look.
Busy Mom Solutions, presented by Ingalls.
Hi, I'm Susie Neal. I am so excited today because we are making layered barbecue nachos. I've been to Ingalls. I picked up these made-in-store fresh chips right there in the deli. I love them so much. And I'm going to build layers of nachos. So I'm starting out with my queso cheese. I simply microwaved it, which is great for all you busy moms and parents out there. I have some pulled pork barbecue. I just picked this up at Ingalls. It is delicious, and it's gonna be so perfect on these nachos. Let's sneak in some vegetables on the family, why don't we? This is just a can of corn that I've drained off. Give it a little pop of freshness, a little pop of color. And I like to put beans in as many things as I can. I think they're a great source of nutrition, great source of fiber, and gosh, they just taste so good. I'm gonna put the black beans on here. I think I'm gonna stick a few more chips on top before I continue with my toppings. If you're looking at this and you're thinking, well, that looks great, but my son isn't gonna like that on there. You know what you could do? You might even make your work effort a little easier by putting out a barbecue nacho bar. Let everybody fix their own nachos. I'm gonna put some more of that pulled pork on top. Gosh, that looks so good. I wish you could smell it. I am just in love with tomatoes right now because it's my favorite time of the year. The Granger County tomatoes are in, and I diced this one up. They're so fresh. I think they're the best tomatoes going. And I just love how Ingalls supports local farmers. Heck, they've been working with this same farm family for over 30 years. Next, cilantro. You love it or you hate it. My family likes cilantro, So I've got some chopped up right here that I'm gonna sprinkle over. Jalapenos, sweet, hot, not too hot. I think they're just right. So I'm gonna dollop a few of these on top. And let's see if I can get some more out of the jar. What is a nacho without sauce? Instead of sour cream today, I'm gonna use a little bit of barbecue sauce. Pick your favorite one, but this original from Laura Lynn is my household's favorite. Last but not least, if you pick up the Ingles guacamole, you could put it right on top. What a delicious way to serve your family barbecue in nacho form. Ingles and Busy Mom Solutions. We are with you every step of the way.
Busy Mom Solutions, presented by Ingles. For the full recipe and shopping list, head over to WSPA.com and click on Busy Mom Solutions under the Community tab.
I love nachos, and I love barbecue. You know what else I love? Football. Folks, with football just days away, we're getting you ready for tailgate season. And I got a chance to dive in with Smokin' Joe Lasher for some amazing game day bites. Hello everyone and welcome to the Ingles Tailgate. I'm Chris Bainbridge alongside the one and only Smokin' Joe Lasher from the Ingles Table, and we are ready for some tailgate fun here today, Joe.
Listen, I've been on the grill all day, buddy, just for you.
Yes.
So today's all about the sandwiches, the hoagies, and the slider.
The handhelds where you can balance yourself with a beverage and one of these guys and just hang out for a little while.
Man, that is exactly right. So like all my trips to Ingles, I go straight to the meat department because I'm all about the
best
grill.
meat in town, baby.
So a couple things we got here. First, we've got the Laura Lynn brand, the beer brats they have, and then also the hot Italian sausage.
Man.
They've got a great kraut with stone ground mustard. I mean, Italian sausage with grilled peppers and onions with provolone cheese on there. Can't beat it. They've got the nice hoagie rolls at the Ingles Bakery.
These are just the smells of the tailgate here, folks.
That's it, my brother. And then let's see. Let's go back to here. I did a meatball sub. Picked these meatballs up. They're pre-seasoned, not frozen, in the Ingles meat department. That's it. Ready to go and make a nice hoagie. And then over here on the slider tray, we've got pork tenderloin sliders with a caramelized onion and Laura Lynn barbecue sauce.
Yes, sir.
We've got grilled chicken thighs with fresh pineapple and pickled red onion.
Yeah.
And then some of my own pulled pork barbecue with some Carolina creamy coleslaw right from the deli.
Can I just say I need more slider tray in my life?
Who doesn't need slider trays in your life?
Oh my goodness. And then we got all of the skewer action going on.
That's exactly right. So if you want to do some skewers, you don't have a lot of time to put that together, these are actually a ready-made skewer at the Ingles
pre-made
meat.
like that?
Pre-made, well, you're going to grill them and you're going to finish them with the sauce. So there's a chicken and a pork. And I put a little teriyaki glaze that I made on the pork and a barbecue sauce on the chicken.
Yes, and then I see we got a little trip to the deli going on.
That's right, you know, straight to the meat department, grab some bread, and then back by the deli, and they've got your favorite side dishes.
They got potato salad, macaroni salad, actual lettuce salad if you're into that sort of thing.
Absolutely, that's exactly right. So, man, you got it easy. You're gonna spend most of your time on the grill. Why waste a lot of time making this stuff? That's what I think.
So how much of this can you prep out ahead of time so that you're not doing all this work while you're trying to enjoy your tailgate?
Well, you know, with each item comes a little bit different prep. Probably the quickest thing is the ready-made skewers, you know, slap a little sauce on it. The pork tenderloins you can even buy those pre-seasoned in the Ingles meat department, depending on what product you want.
Nice.
About 25 minutes in the oven or on the grill. It's ready to rock. So none of this is a lot of prep. Probably the longest thing for me was to cut the peppers and onions.
There you go. You can even get that pre-done at the produce department.
That's exactly right, at the produce.
Well, folks, stopping into the store. Can't wait to see you there. Otherwise, we'll see you online at ingles-markets.com. Enjoy your tailgate. Man, all that definitely has me ready for some football. Well, coming up next, we wrap things up with some more amazing recipes. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Local Flavor presented by Ingles. Our next recipe is going to have you saying, "Oppa!" because Chef Derek St. Romain is taking the whole concept of a Greek salad to new heights. Check it out.
Hello and welcome to the Ingles Table. I'm Chef Derek, and today I'm going to show you how to make my stacked Greek salad. I've got everything I need from my local Ingles, so let's get started. So again, I'm kind of getting famous, I guess, for these quick and easy recipes. Everything on the table right here was already prepared at Ingles. All I had to do was slice some onion, slice some tomato, and the rest was done for me. So let's get started. So these are squares of feta right in the cheese section. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put it right in the middle of the plate there. This is like a really pretty presentation for a fruit and cheese platter or a vegetable platter. Then we're gonna take some roasted red pepper. Can already see where this is going. We're gonna take a big slab of sliced red onion. Fresh local heirloom tomatoes here. You wanna make sure those are pretty firm when you're doing this too, okay? And then we're gonna take another stack of feta there, and we're gonna twist it a little bit. We're gonna do the same thing again. Red pepper. And you know, as you're making it, look at it. Make sure you can see the peppers and tomatoes and onions hanging out of the side there. Go with another thick slice of onion, another tomato, and we're gonna top it off with one more piece of feta cheese. Now, if you're brave, you can keep going, but I think that's pretty good for us here. And again, watch how pretty this is gonna be. So now we're gonna we've got a multitude of olives here that I've sliced up, and you're just gonna stack those on. You're gonna put some around the side here. You can already see it coming together. And these are black olives, green olives, all the like. We got some fresh parsley. We're gonna sprinkle across the top. We got a little salt and pepper here. I use pink Himalayan sea salt. You can use whichever one you like, but I particularly like that. And that's just to give it a little flavor there. And you'll see this is a little different than most that you see. I'm gonna take balsamic glaze. I really love this balsamic glaze. There's quite a few different ones. Pick your favorite. I like the sweet. We're gonna sprinkle that back and forth, and this is what kind of brings all those flavors together. And then right on the top, sprigs of fresh basil. Now look at that. Does that not look good or what? If you're a fan of feta cheese, you will love this recipe. And that is it. So imagine that on your table with whatever your spread is, Easter Sunday, whatever holiday you have. Look how pretty that is. Thank you for trying my stacked Greek salad. Be sure to check out the rest of the amazing recipes that can be found right here on the website. And I'll see you next time.
Thanks so much to the Asheville Art Museum and Perspective Cafe for hosting us. And remember to check out that episode of the Ingles Open Road coming up soon. Thanks to Chef Derek, Aaron, Kelly, Susie Neal, and Smokin' Joe Lasher for all the amazing recipes. Thanks to Tractor and Solely Organic Farms for welcoming us. And thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you next time.